Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are covering Scarlet's run in the Go Battle League. This is part of Season 1, but it's still relevant because it's the Great League as well. And they're using a mixture of 5 different Pokemon. We have Lairon, Meganium, Clefable, as well as Azumarill and Shiftry. So this game is Lairon, Shiftry, and Clefable, and they're using Lairon in every game. So I think they switch up a couple of different Pokemon later on. But totally cool. Let's go ahead and see how Lairon works, because Lairon is definitely an interesting Pokemon. It's a Pokemon I think was relevant. I want to say it was relevant in the Ferocious Cup for the Surf Arena. It wasn't like super common, but you definitely saw it. But like in the Go Battle League, you definitely never saw it. And if we take a look at Shiftry now, it's interesting because it's actually not running Foul Play. It has Hurricane on it, and I do like Hurricane on Shiftry. I really do. But I don't know if I would delete Leaf Blade or Foul Play because those moves are fantastic, but we'll see what happens. So in comes Lairon. Lairon going to go ahead and go for this charge attack, not going for the body slam, obviously going for the rock slide. Definitely the correct play because it's going to be neutral, whereas obviously body slam is resisted. In comes Stunfisk, so going to go ahead and bail on that charge move. So nice switch by Scarlet to be able to catch this Mud Bomb, not wanting to catch it with the Lairon obviously. So Clefable does go ahead and take that attack, and you could just basically it looks like the opponent is lagging. I don't think the attack's going through. Yeah, the opponent's definitely lagging on that, but at the end of the day, it's Go Battle League, so there's nothing you could do. So going to go ahead and feint that Stunfisk, so that's totally fine. Let's see what comes in. In comes a Skarmory. Okay, so that charge attack is going to go off from the Clefable, going to be Medium Mash. I probably would have thrown it immediately, because that Skarmory has Steel Wing, so it's actually doing quite a bit to the Clefable. It does not have the normal flying fast move that you usually see. I've seen Steel Wing occasionally, but most of the time it has the other one. So we're going to go ahead and bail into the Lairon and go ahead and go for this charge attack. Let's see how much this Rock Slide does. Okay, going to do a good amount. Definitely wants to land one more, or perhaps a Body Slam. Still has 2 shields. Now this Lairon still is packing double shield, so going to go ahead and shield that Frenzy Plant up. Get to this Body Slam. And this Body Slam, let's see if this is enough. Even if it's not, you'll be able to feint it. Yeah, it's definitely enough. So really well played. That was a really well played game. Definitely interesting to see Lairon as well. Very exciting too. Scarlet actually has another set of battles that he wants you guys to see. That will probably be in tomorrow's video, but it's with a different Pokemon. It's not Lairon, I don't think, so we'll feature that in its own video. So next up, it's going to be the Lairon as the lead versus Hypno. So this Hypno, we'll see what moves it has. Obviously you have to watch out for the Focus Blast, right? If it has it. Some Hypno have it, some don't. I don't think I've ever seen it, honestly, on a Hypno, but it can definitely carry it, so you do have to be careful of that. But I wouldn't shield either, because most Hypno, as I said, probably don't have it. I've seen Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Shadow Ball as the most common moveset. But Body Slam coming out from the Lairon. Hypno will opt to shield that, so picking up a shield. Will Lairon shield? It will. Not wanting to take this attack. Let's see what it is. It does have a Focus Blast, so the first attack was actually a bluff. I think that was a mistake on the Hypno's end, because I wouldn't have expected the Lairon to shield if I was a Hypno, because as I said, most Hypno are running the either dual elemental punches or running like the Shadow Ball, right? Most of them don't really have Focus Blast from what I've experienced, but obviously, everybody's different. So Foul Play coming out from the Umbreon. So this Clefable trying to charm all the way down, no need to shield. Not going to shield that Clefable. Foul Play comes out. Not going to do much. I don't know. Maybe that Umbreon doesn't have Last Resort, but the Charm's just going to go out and wipe the Umbreon out. In comes Bronzong. Okay, so Bronzong is a wall to Clefable, but the switch timer is not up, so you might as well make the best of a bad situation. Plus, the Clefable already did its job, so you're just getting off damage against this Bronzong. Quite a lot of damage, actually, to be honest with you. That's how powerful Charm is. So in comes Bronzong. Luckily, didn't pull that Body Slam, so it wasn't caught by the opposing Pokemon. So you can get the Body Slam into Bronzong and take the shield. And Bronzong is going to collapse, but that's totally fine. Still have a Pokemon in the back. Scarlet is going to bring in the Shiftry. Definitely a game over. I mean, I would have shielded that, but at the end of the day, you don't have to. I wasn't expecting Heavy Slam. I was expecting like Psyshock or Bulldoze, but I still would have shielded anyway, just because you might as well. right? I mean, there's really no reason not to shield, but either way, it doesn't matter. As you can see, even the heavy slam doesn't knock it out. A little bit of lag there, but you know, a shift tree is still able to knock it out. So really well played. Playing really well these games, actually. High level play. Scarlet is currently in rank 8, or at least was in Season 1. Hopefully they could get a little bit higher in Season 2, but definitely high level gameplay. So leading with the Lairon as well versus Skunk Tank. You do have to watch out for the Flamethrower, obviously, but the poison jabs are going to be resisted by Lairon because it is a steel type. Going straight for the body slam. Good play, trying to get to another one. Now again, this could be Flamethrower, opting not to shield it. Let's see what it is. Okay, going to be that Flamethrower. Oh, it's only neutral. That's right, because it's a rock type. Okay, that was the correct play not to shield. Never mind, you don't have to look out for the Flamethrower because Lairon can actually eat that attack. It does a decent amount, but nothing crazy. So definitely a good play on Scarlet's, and for some reason I was thinking it was resisted. So Lairon does go down, doesn't have an opportunity to switch. That's okay. Going to bring in the Clefable. This is going to absolutely eat the Heracross for dinner. Heracross going to get off a close combat. It is resisted, but yeah, still does a decent amount. But anyway, going to be able to feint, and then going to be able to feint this Skunk Tank. Skunk Tank will get off a charge attack. Scarlet will opt to shield up the Flamethrower. Would have been enough to knock out that Clefable, and then can feint down the Skunk Tank. In comes Hypno. Okay, so unfortunately, Clefable cannot get to another charge attack, but that's okay. In comes Shift Tree. So again, have to watch out for the Focus Blast, as well as the Ice Punch. We'll have to see what move this is. It is a Thunder Punch. Okay, so that tells me it doesn't have Ice Punch. So unfortunately, this Shift Tree does not have Foul Play, but the Leaf Blades is still going to be doing a lot of damage anyway because of how strong Shift Tree is. Hypno probably expected it. Might want to go for the Hurricane at this point. Gonna go and opt to shield. Let's see if he decides to go for the Hurricane. I think probably, no, just gonna go for Leaf Blade. Yeah, I was thinking maybe Leaf Blade, maybe Hurricane. Leaf Blade is stab, so that's why I could see the Leaf Blade. Able to get to another one. I am curious if the Hurricane would have been enough to take it out because it's a powerful move. That's the only reason I was thinking of Hurricane. I'm not really too sure, but either way, it doesn't matter. Able to win that game anyway with Shift Tree, so nice play. So I think the team is switched up a little bit in this game. So leading with the Lairon again versus the Alolan Marowak. So this is not a good situation for the Lairon. So we'll have to see what happens. So Alolan Marowak is going to go for Bone Club. Lairon opts to stay in that. And now trying to click on that Stone Edge, or not Stone Edge, Rock Slide, excuse me. So let's see how much this does. Going to do a lot. That Marowak opting not to shield. Okay, very interesting. It looked like the Lairon tried to bail but wasn't able to do so. So Bone Club coming out from the Lairon, going to knock it out. Okay, so losing the lead, but able to bring in and farm down with the Azumarill. So we're seeing Azumarill in this game. Out comes Alolan Raichu. And this Azumarill is going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam. Let's see how much it does. It's going to do a good amount. Okay, Raichu does opt to shield. Bailing out into Meganium. Definitely don't want to take any more attacks. In comes the Registeel. So, going to go ahead and bluff the Frenzy Plant. Let's see if the Registeel falls for it. Okay, it does. I don't think I would have bluffed there, but obviously it was a great situation for the Meganium because he got the shield. Yeah, obviously he would have called it right. I wouldn't have in that situation, but I guess it all depends how you play it out. So the Meganium does go for another Frenzy Plant. I don't think the Registeel has any more shields though, so could have went for the Earthquake. I would have went for the Earthquake in that situation because there was no shields on the Registeel's end. So Meganium opting to shield that. Going to be a Focus Blast. Meganium does bail into Azumarill. Registeel is going to switch into Alolan Raichu. And this Thunder Punch or Wild Charge is going to do a lot of damage. It's going to be a Thunder Punch, going to do a lot to an Azumarill. Out comes the Ice Punch. So this Ice Punch is going to be enough, I think. Let's find out. Let's see if it's enough. It is not enough. Okay. So the Raichu does get off another Thunder Punch, which will knock out the Azumarill. So unfortunately, that Ice Beam not enough to knock out the Raichu. And it will cost him, but it's okay because the Meganium comes in and goes for this Earthquake, and this is going to seal the deal against that Registeel. So able to win that one, so really well played as well. So jumping into the final game. So this is game 5, so let's see how this plays out. I believe we do see, let's see what team we see. So it's going to be Lairon versus the Clefable. So definitely a great situation for the Lairon. Clefable is going to switch into Toxicroak. Lairon has to get out of there immediately. Wow, that Toxicroak took a lot of health away from Lairon. So Meganium is going to go ahead and shield the Mud Bomb. So nice bluff on the opponent's end, and it looks like Meganium going to go for the Frenzy Plant. Now, generally you do want to charge up for the harder hitting move like the Earthquake and then go for the Frenzy Plant just in case your opponent was counting. So I would have charged up enough for the Earthquake instead of firing off Frenzy Plant early, and then I would have went for the Frenzy Plant. But it's okay because you still got a shield anyway. So we're going to go ahead and go for the other Frenzy Plant, and that will be shielded as well. So this Toxicroak, okay, I thought the Toxicroak might try and farm down, but not going to try and farm down. The Mud Bomb will hit the Meganium, and let's see what comes in. It's got to be the Clefable. Clefable's just going to be able to charm down that Toxicroak with ease, absolute ease. So in comes the opposing Clefable. Okay, so this Clefable probably, going to be able to get to that Medium Mesh first. So the Medium Mesh is coming out, and this is definitely, without a doubt, going to be enough. In comes Azumel. And Azumel probably going to be able to farm down the Clefable, but at the same time, Clefable is still doing a lot of damage. So yeah, Azumel does farm down. In comes Lairon, and yeah, this should actually knock out the Lairon. So I guess he's going to lose, unless if it's not a Hydro Pump, it is. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.